Welcome to Room 217 News, your place to find out everything that's going on in our school and in our classroom this week. Well, starting this Tuesday on 4/20, you will be receiving a take-home math game night kit. So in that will be directions, a QR code to a video of exactly how to play the game, some snacks, just some things for you to have an at-home math game night with your family. And what we want to encourage you to do is to take a moment to take pictures and to share those with us so that we can, um, amplify and show all the hard work that you did at our math game night. So that's coming up this Tuesday on 4/20 is when everything will be going home. And then you'll have all week to get that done. If you could just send me pictures by maybe the weekend or by the end of the week, that would be awesome. On Friday, April 23rd, we are having Career Day. So we are encouraging students to dress up like their future career. And Mr. Todd will be dressed up too. So even though you may think that my future career is being a teacher, I actually have a little bit of a bigger plan. So make sure your student comes dressed as what they want to be when they grow up, and let's just have fun sharing our future goals together. Also on Friday, April 23rd, progress reports for the fourth 9 weeks will go home. If you'll please just sign and return those as soon as possible. There will be a place on there for you to indicate whether or not you would like to have a conference with me before the end of the year. So please indicate that. We can look at data, we can look at grades, and kind of talk about how we think the end of the year will wrap up for your child. We are having a PTA fundraiser that's starting this coming week, and there will be more information in your child's folder about that coming very soon. And then finally, if you would please take the opportunity and some moments at home to have your children study their multiplication facts. That's a really big part of third grade and something that is an expectation that they are fluent in all multiplication facts by the end of the year. So if you'll just take an opportunity for them to study their facts, we do have Fact Fluency Friday, where students will get to take little quizzes to show mastery in those areas. So they have the opportunity to study at home or at school, but more time for them to study at home would be awesome as well. All right, friends, let's head over to our Superhero of the Week wheel to find out who this week's Superhero of the Week is. A big congratulations to the octopus. And the octopus is Annika. Annika has done a great job this year, online and in person, getting her work done. She is always trying her best and, trying her best on her schoolwork and her following the expectations. So I am really, really proud of Annika. Really proud of everyone. You're doing an awesome job. We're almost to the end. I cannot believe that this year is almost over. But a big shout out to Annika for being this week's Superhero of the Week. Okay, everyone, up next is Curriculum Corner. Let's cover everything that we're going to learn. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Curriculum Corner, your place to find out everything that we're going to learn in our classroom. This week in math, we're going to be talking about measurement for one more week. But this week, we're moving away from length, and we're moving into weight and capacity. So students will learn different tools that are used to measure the weight and the capacity of various objects. They will also be learning how to deconstruct and solve word problems using weight and capacity. In reading, we are beginning the review for the EOG. So we're done with poetry, we're putting that behind us, and we're beginning our review. We're going all the way back to fiction, where we began our year, and we're going to be looking at character traits this week. So just know that over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be hitting various standards in both fiction and nonfiction to ensure that your child is prepared for the end of grade test. In writing, we are on week 2 of biographies, and we're going to be reading many different biographies that are geared to children again. We had a great week this week reading biographies. We read a biography about Jane Goodall, about Lou Gehrig, about Roberto Clemente, and about There was one other one, but I can't remember. So we had a great week reading biographies this week, and we're going to continue reading biographies next week as well. But next week, we're also going to be selecting what influential character, what influential person we would like to write about as our biography piece. So that might be a conversation that you start having at home with your child about who has inspired them and who they might want to write about as their biography. We are doing a modified version of the Wax Museum for this project, so they will have to dress up like the person, and they'll write it from that person's perspective. And then we're going to do like a video recording, since people can't come into the building, to send out to you guys and to all the parents, so that you can see all of the biography Wax Museum projects. So maybe start having that conversation with your child about who they would like to write about and or dress up about. Please remember, they do need to have made an impact on the world or had some kind of big change in the world. So, when having those conversations, make sure that we're really focusing on those people that have had an impact on our planet. And then finally, in social studies, we're continuing economics for one more week. And we spent last week talking about supply and demand and consumers and producers and all kinds of other things. And this week, we're actually moving into entrepreneurship. So we are going to be talking about what it means to start a business. What are some of the risks? What do you need to consider? Producers and consumers, supply and demand. And we'll be looking at some famous entrepreneurs from North Carolina and that have made businesses that have been especially successful. At the end of the week, students will create a business plan for their own startup and their own entrepreneurship project. So I think it's going to be a fun week, just kind of learning about how businesses get started and some of the risks that go into that. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. If not, we'll see you right back here next week for another episode of Room 217 News.